And we back. This is Tell the Truth Boxing Pod. I am your host, the Valley Savage. Back again, joined by we got a full panel today. I'm gonna have them introduce themselves, but as you make your way in, please hit the like button, share, subscribe. We are on every platform. We are on Twitter. We are on Instagram. Obviously, what's up, Instagram? It's been a minute. It's been a minute, IG. But yeah, we're on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere you can find us.
Yes,
We
sir.
do live shows. We're one of the few shows that we actually do accept live callers. You can do that on Discord. Discord, you can find that in the live chat. You can find that in the link. Instead of just being Twitter warriors or typers or whatever, you can just hop on and we can hear your voice. You can chop it up with us. But again, tell the truth. We are back. Do you guys want to introduce yourself? RWB, you want to go first?
All right, I will. Hello, everybody. Thanks for inviting me to tell the truth. I follow you guys. I am Reginald Peoples with RWB Sports TV Network, and you can catch me on all the social media platforms as well under RWB Sports TV. I've followed most of these guys, and I'm real thankful to be a part of this show tonight. Thank you very much.
Tim, what's up, bro?
What's going on, fam? Thanks for having me. I'm a coach, Tim Ramos. I'm a boxing coach, wrestling coach, training folks since I was probably about 23 years old, 40. So uh, this presentation gives me a perspective. And yeah, happy to be here.
Yo, Rick, I think I'm getting a lot of feedback from you, bro.
Got you. Hold on. I'll come back on.
All right. Coach.
Coach Leaf, you already know, former fighter, former coach. I do it all. Everybody know me, Coach Leaf. You already know.
Yeah, he's part of the trio. He's part of Tell the Truth.
Yeah, co-owner, part of the guy of the team of TTT. Tell the truth. Know how to do it. Love boxing.
Yo, Rick, you figured that out or what, bro?
It's still trash?
Nah, you good.
It's still straight? Okay. Yeah. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's been a minute, but it's coach, former fighter, Ricky numero uno Nuno. You know the vibes, man. I come through, keep it a buck, have fun, always keeping it in a stack though. We're always telling it how it is for boxing, man. We love the sport. We respect all these fighters. We're gonna talk shit and have fun, but we respect all these fighters we talk about. So tell the truth.
Yes, sir.
Facts.
Yeah, so the topic of the day, you guys can already see it on the thumbnail. We are talking Canelo versus Crawford. I would get into the undercard, but the undercard, to be honest, is lackluster as far as when it comes to everything but the main event. I don't know if you guys want to get into it. I mean, we're all hardcores here. I know who Sergey Bohachuk is. I know who Brandon Adams is. That'll be a good fight. Christian Mabili versus Lester Martinez. That's a great fight. Callum Wells versus Fernando Vargas Jr.
Yeah.
That's starting to heat up. They're talking a lot of trash.
They're talking. They're talking.
Yeah.
They actually, they got washed over. They right now on the bets. They got him favored.
They got Calum, right?
Yeah, over Vargas Jr.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the way that they have it here is Callum Walsh is first on the name. So usually the guy who's named first is the A side. Right. So they got Callum Walsh first versus Fernando Vargas. So
well, y'all know why that is. Y'all know why that is.
Yeah, Dana White doing his thing.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Let's keep it stacked. It's because it's the boy Dana White. It's that he's the one behind all this shit. They've been building him up on UFC Fight Pass. They're making this Irish kid to be the real deal. I want to see it. I want to see if the hype is real. So he's gonna be tested. That's all I know.
Yes, sir. Yes, facts.
You got
Callum
that might have a puncher's chance. They get in there with a slick fighter, and you know what happens there. They get sent to the wash real quick.
Yeah. Take it to the cleaners.
Right. But
wash them up.
Yeah. Yep, soap suds everywhere, bro.
Everywhere. All over.
I was
Yeah.
literally in the gym earlier today, and the coach, he got a strong young fighter, and the kid's pounding the back, boom, 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 boom. And I said, you know what the funny thing is? And he's like, what? I said, you're training him uh, to hit hard, but he already hits hard.
Hmm.
Just train him to fight.
Right.
Hmm.
If you focus on technique, that power will be so much more useful than trying to tell him, yeah, sit down on every single punch. 2 rounds, 3 rounds in, he's gonna be, and the
Yep.
other he just getting started.
Well,
Yes,
let me
sir.
know. Tell me, and let me know if I'm wrong. How many fights and the fighters that are in the room, or and athletes that are in the room? How many fights have you gone into, and you've been able to sit down on every punch?
Think again.
You can't even do
Not a
that in
one.
Think
sparring. You
think
can't even do that in
That's in
again.
sparring.
sparring.
Hey,
So why are you going to teach that?
Right.
yep, exactly.
You
Yeah.
know,
Well,
you
I'm
teach how you going to fight.
a heavy hitter, and Nuno, we train together sometimes.
Yep.
Back a couple years ago, this is about 10 years. And Nuno, right? Everything I threw was heavy, but I
Heavy. Heat.
sitting down just power shotting. I'm setting traps. Come on, it's boxing. We got to use our
Right,
head.
Yep.
So
right. And the funny thing is, you hit harder when you hit lighter.
right.
Say that again.
Absolutely.
You hit harder when you hit lighter. Think about it.
Well, yeah, power comes from timing, you know.
Yes, yes.
Timing
And
and placement.
yeah, so you could have all the power, but if you don't know how to set the shot up, you're not going to land the power shot that you want. And anyone that loads up is usually going to miss that shot anyway.
Yep. You
yep,
televising every time. You televising. Something's
Yep.
happening. You twitching a shoulder. You clenching a glove. Something's moving to let them know that you're getting ready to load up. I
Yes,
mean,
sir.
so it goes without question. And I tell fighters that I train, I said I can teach you how to punch, and I can show you how to punch. But if you get in here and you can only throw 3 or 4 punches, then why am I teaching you?
Yes, sir.
Quit loading
Yeah.
up.
I mean, it sounds like y'all need to go and coach Pitbull Cruz. That's all
Dude,
he
Man.
does is sit. That's all he does is sit down on shots. That's all
yeah,
he's throwing.
Look at
He's
Rolly. Rolly's
Man,
in prime as that.
dude,
yeah.
that's gonna be son. Him and Roach is gonna be crazy.
When those
it's gonna
punches
be
land,
insane.
oh, it's great. But a guy like that, it's So my brother was a fighter, he pro. I even trained my brother, and I mean, 130-pounder, and Nuno at my line, my brother would put like he hit you in the gym. Everybody was like, "My God!" We get to the fight, and it was a different fighter, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
"Bro, you let
Yeah.
him fight in the gym,"
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, "Oh, it's because I know if I touch him, stop, stop.
Nah.
You got to touch him,
Yeah,
you know."
isn't that the whole object of being in the ring?
Yep,
Mhm.
yep,
Is to touch the next guy. I mean,
yeah. But
I
no,
could
I'm
be
gonna.
wrong. No, I could be wrong, but I think the object of the sport of boxing is to touch the next guy.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah, hit and not get hit.
and not
Yeah.
get hit. Exactly. But I'm like you, Coach Tim. I've seen guys leave the fight in the gym,
Yeah.
and what it
Yeah.
comes down to is that they're comfortable with their team.
Yeah.
All right. And that comes from a coaching aspect. The coach is not getting them prepared or getting them mentally prepared to take that next step, which is getting in front of, hundreds of people and do that same thing. You know, a lot of it has to do with the fighter, but then, a lot of it has to do with the coach as well.
Yeah.
You got to be able to coach them into that next realm of fighting.
Yeah.
Right. You know what? When I usually get a guy that can punch or a female, I teach them to throw rapid shots, combinations, because
Yes.
I always tell them the power's there. If you born with power, the power is going to be there. You just
Yeah.
getting it stronger. But it's to know how to, because I used to have that problem when I used to fight. I used to throw everything with. And I never knew how at first to just set my shots up. So that's what I do with my fighters now. I have them do light combinations, just to know how to get to the target, set the target up, and then the power is going to come behind it.
Yeah.
So that's boxing 101.
I'm training my kid and my brother's son. I'm like, and my nephew's doing the same thing. He's like sitting down, getting wide stance, and telling him like, "Look, kid, you hit hard. Stop trying to hit hard.
Right.
You already do it." And where like I'll put my son in the ring, he'll go in and he's like my nephew's like, yeah, but look at his hook. Yeah, because he killed the guy. He's just setting the punch and he's just poof right there. It's there. And he lets it go and it's hard and it's crisp. But a crisp shot will always be better. We know, right? That perfect
Yes.
placement is always better than something I'm trying to take a guy's head off with.
Right. Right.
Yeah, so then I mean, the fight that I'm looking forward to the most on the card, on the undercard, is Christian Mbili versus Lester, because Lester can box. I mean, holy shit, that boy can box. But we all know about Mbili, and Billy is power.
Yep, we all know about that power. Yep.
Right.
Yeah, power and aggression. That's
Actually,
going to be a great fight.
I actually haven't seen him before, so I'm like, oh, I had to go look him up, and you know what I mean. I kind of educated him, and I was,
Right.
it is clean. He's got
Right.
something. I like. He's, you know.
Yeah,
sir.
he gotta polish it up a little bit. He has
Yeah.
a whole lot of potential. He
Right.
got a hard chin too, but you know, he's young, athletic, tall. I think he's pretty big for 168, I believe he's at, right? Yeah,
Yes.
168.
168.
So, you know, I mean the future's bright for him, Billy. But Lester Martinez is nothing light, man. Nothing
Yeah.
light. Last I checked the bed odds are pretty close. They do favor him, Billy, but Lester is he's pretty close, man. He ain't nothing to play with.
Right. And Billy has one mistake that I've noticed in watching him. Like you all said, he's very heavy handed in both hands,
Mhm.
but when he throws, he leaves himself open.
Hmm.
He leaves himself open, and what I'm afraid of is because Martinez is a slicker fighter. That he's going to catch him with something. I don't know. I haven't seen anything that's tested in Billy's chin yet. I just haven't, and I don't know if this fight is going to do it. I know it's going to be a close fight. It's going to be a very skilled fight, but it's just I think it's going to come down to the will, who has the will, because they're going to beat the crap out of each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, here's a prime example: Roach and Tank. We all know Tank is a big puncher,
Right.
and Roach is, he's decent puncher, but power ain't everything. Because as hard as Javante was throwing, Roach is right there in front of him.
Yeah.
That's a prime example. Yes.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it was the timing. It was the timing of Roach that was catching Tank. It was him being more poised, more slick. And I always say that the more calmer, the calmest fighter in the ring is always the most skilled.
Yes.
Yeah, and then so do you just want to get into the Callum Wilson and Vargas fight?
Yeah, we could drop that in that. Yeah, absolutely. This is boxing. We love it all, baby.
I mean,
Exactly. Now I remember the Vargas. I remember Senior. I'm from that era. I'm old school. I'm from watching Dad come in the ring, and Son has some of the similar characteristics, but he doesn't have that grit, and that's one thing that I see. And I could be wrong. Y'all correct me, and chew me up if I am. The fighters this day and time, I just don't see. They don't have that grit in them.
Yeah.
They don't have that. Oh, you hit me. Oh, that's okay. No, back in the day, if you hit us, we wanted our lick back.
mhm.
We were going to set it up. We didn't go in there, just Ramboing it. We would set it up, but we were coming to get our lick back. Fighters nowadays, if you hit them good, it's like they shut down, and that's what I see in Vargas. I don't see that grit that his dad has, but that doesn't mean he's not an exceptional fighter for this day and age, which he
Right.
is. He's an exceptional fighter for this day and age, and I think that he's going to give Walsh all he wants and all he is looking forward to in coming into this fight. Because Walsh think he's going to come in and walk over him, but that's not going to happen.
I
Yeah.
think
Go
you
ahead.
touched it right away. We're saying back when, and this is something like So when I deal with some of these young kids or even my kids, like I told my brother, I said, don't talk to them like they're us. They're not us. And I go back to nature versus nurture, right?
Mhm.
We were natured. We were raised in a different environment where our kids were nurtured. And
Right.
that's a lot of this generation. So like Vargas Jr., he didn't have to deal with the grind his father had to deal with. He don't know what it is to be starving. He don't know what it is to be chasing the dream because I have nothing else. He
Right.
had something else. He has a lot of something else.
Right.
His dad got money. He could, Vargas, he didn't do what everybody else did and did as well as everybody else financially, but he was smart enough to set up some businesses so that his kids' futures were taken care of. So that makes them a little soft, and it's like
Right.
if you give these kids an unrealistic expectation and understanding of the world, that when they get into this space as fighters and you're at the top level, you're like, hey, I need that dog to come out. They don't know what that looks like.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I think that the things that you're talking about when it comes to the father, I see all of it in Emiliano,
The little
the
one.
middle brother.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Armando is the Armando or
Yeah.
Armado. He's the youngest one. Emiliano is the middle.
The middle one.
He's clearly the most talented.
Yeah.
Clearly. He has, I mean, what doesn't he have? He has all the dog that you want in a fighter. I see Vargas Sr. in him more than I see it in the brothers.
Yeah.
So I mean, clearly, especially when it comes to talent and what's the word I'm looking for?
Skill.
Like talent, skill, but he also has
Charisma.
Yeah, he has
Yeah.
it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Right.
he like his promotional company wants to push him up because he's like the poster child. He's like what De La Hoya was when he was coming up. Like, yo, look at this kid. He gets everybody out of there. He knocks everybody out, and
Right.
it's ugly knockouts too.
That's the
Ugly.
second. That's the second oldest, or the
That's
youngest.
the youngest.
The
That's the
second.
youngest.
I thought it was the
the-
youngest. I thought it was
That's
the
the
youngest.
He's
no,
the
Yeah.
youngest.
Armado
He's
is no
tall-
Vargas. The Vargas, the one that's fighting under
I know
Canelo
he's the
is
oldest. The one with the curly, colorful hair is the
He's
second
the
oldest. I thought.
youngest.
He's the youngest.
Oh,
No, he's the youngest. And see,
Oh.
I'm going to break it down to you scientifically to let you know why he has that dog that his dad had. I'm the youngest of 6.
Yeah.
And in order to be seen, in order to be recognized, in order to be noticed, we had to be extra.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So in order to hang with our brothers, we had to do extra stuff. We had to prove ourselves to them that we were able to hang with them because they were older. We were like the outcasts. So we had to develop that dog in
Yeah.
order to keep up and hang out. That's why it's the first one that comes through, which is normally dad, and then it's the youngest one
Yeah.
that brings along, the
fire.
the fire
everything.
behind it. We had to. Being the youngest of 6, all my stuff was hand me downs. I didn't get anything new till, I was able to go to work and buy it myself. So we had to have that grit. Like I said, 9 years old, working on the farm, throwing 100-pound hay bales. That's because they left all the work to the little ones because the older ones was going to stick together, but the work still had to get done.
Mhm.
So who were they going to blame? They were going to blame the youngest one. So we had to get gritty. We had to. We had to bite them. And we was like that little chihuahua and bite them on the ankles. We had to.
Yeah, don't fight them, bite them, right? Don't,
We had exactly. Don't fight them, bite them. We had to.
don't eat them, beat them. Yeah, don't beat them, eat them.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, wow, bro.
Yeah.
So then who do you got then?
Oh,
Because the bookies are saying Colin Walsh is gonna put hands and feet on him.
and that's what I said. He's thinking he's gonna come in there and walk over him. Now Vargas, he's got something. He don't have that it. He don't have that grit that the little one has, that the young Vargas has. But he has enough that Walsh is not gonna come in there and dance a waltz. he's going to have to come in there with a game plan and stick to it. He's going to have a B, C, and D in order to beat Vargas. And for two reasons. For one, Vargas has skill. He has talent. He has what it's going to take to be able to make it through. He has his dad in his ear. He has his brothers in his ear. And most importantly, he has that Vargas name. You're
Yeah.
going to have to beat that name before you beat the fighter.
Yeah. And
Yeah, facts.
I feel like his issue is he waits. He's like waiting, and then like I don't remember if it was his last fight or the one right before it, where it's like you're going through and you're watching him and you're just frustrated because you're like, what are you waiting for? All of a sudden he lets it go, fight's over. And
Right.
it's like, well, why didn't you just do that like 2 rounds ago? You know?
It might be because he seems a little bit more pretty, too pretty. No, you know what I'm trying to
I
say?
agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He wants to be
he's
perfect.
protective.
And
Mhm.
yeah, he wants to be perfect when he's in the ring. And this is boxing. When you waiting, you're gonna wake up on your back. This is boxing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
that's pretty much why I look at his style. He's good, but he gotta really come.
He's still
100%.
growing. He's still growing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's still growing in
Yeah.
the game. He's still growing into like a man. You know what I'm saying? So he's still kind of young. So I think we got to look at that too as a factor. But back to the name, I don't think this Caleb has to beat the Vargas name. I think it's favoring this Caleb kid a lot, man. And I think there's a lot of pressure being put on Vargas because he's already getting doubted. He's getting disrespected. So I think he's going to come out with a little more smoke than we're used to seeing. And I hope so. I really hope Vargas comes out with a lot more smoke than we're used to seeing because, like Tim was saying, we don't want to see the slow start. We don't want to see this patient sitting back. We want to see the man go to work, and we want to see him get him out of there. Is he going to get him out of there? I think it's going to be the biggest test for both of these fighters, and I think it's going to be a really good fight. I think it's going to set off like the card off kind of correct. You know what I mean? I think they're going to both bring it. So we'll see.
Right.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and that's what I said. I mean, Vargas, he's going to bring it. Walsh is going to have to, like I said, he's going to have a B, C, and D.
Yeah, he's going to have multiple.
Yeah, I
Multiple
just
answers
hope
for
that
him.
he don't get caught up in the name. And you got some people that
Yeah.
they get caught up in the name, and they get
Mhm.
starstruck. They get starstruck.
I got you. I got
You see
you.
what I'm saying?
I got you.
Oh,
It
this
makes
is a
sense now.
Vargas.
Yep.
Yeah,
Now I
this
got
is a
it.
Vargas. Yeah, he's a Vargas, but he's another fighter. He's just another fighter. He's not his dad. So
Yep.
just
Exactly. He's not.
go in there and stick to your game plan.
Yeah. And it
Fight
goes
your
back
fight.
to nature and nurture and how they're being brought up with their team. My son, we were in the gym and his experience is limited. Nuno, I'm getting my kids started, and
That's so. I love it, man. I love to hear it.
yeah, and some kid says something to him and he goes, look, I'm not the best out there, not yet. He's like, I'm on my way. He goes, but I don't care if you got 0 fights. I don't care if you got 1,000 fights with a title. He's like, once we get in there, you got to prove it.
Right.
Yeah.
He's like, and once I put hands on you, we're gonna see if you could take these hammers, and we'll see what's up.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I think that I think that when what RWB was saying is competing with the name.
Yeah.
I think he is competing with the name. I do agree with that. But I don't think that he's competing with his father's name. I think he's going in there, he's competing with his brother's name.
Mm.
I don't think they're going in there saying
Yeah.
that that's Fernando
Yeah.
Vargas Sr.'s son. They're saying that that's Emiliano Vargas's brother.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Right.
and I think that has to, especially, I'm saying like RWB, you were saying that you were the youngest of 6. And then, when one of your siblings is on top of the world, especially you being the oldest brother and you growing up in a house where you were the man in the house outside of the father, you know what I'm saying? Like you had the
Right.
responsibility when he wasn't around and the youngest brother is out here shining. You want some, you know what I mean? Like, hey, listen, I can box too.
Right.
I'm nice too. I'll knock your head off too.
Right.
Right.
So I think that has to be on his mind. Like, you know what? My brother's out here shining. I love my brother. I prayed for him. I'm happy that he's winning. But I want to show you guys that, listen, he ain't the only Vargas brother out here that has something to prove and can be a world champion. That you guys need to start watching me too, because I'm nice too. So he'll have that to go against. Whereas Colin Walsh, I mean, obviously you don't want to go in there and lose any fights, but what does he really have to lose? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially when you're getting backed up by Dana White, if he goes in there and loses to Vargas, there's an excuse. Oh, that was a Vargas. You know what I mean? His father was a legend. His brother is up and coming. You know what I mean? So you just got to get back in the gym, champ. That's all you got to do. Just work your way back up, champ. Right. But if Vargas loses,
he doesn't have much to lose.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, you know what? Next time we see a Vargas and it's not Emiliano, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
He has to compete with that.
Yeah. Vargas got a legacy to lose. Yes.
And I like how you framed it with because Dana's smart enough to do that too. Like, hey, that's Fernando Vargas. And what do you expect?
Mm-hmm.
I already hear.
Yeah, you hear him say that. Yeah.
Right. You can hear him say it.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
Well, surprised he didn't say it in the press conference.
He was dying to. He was dying to. He didn't want to light a flame under the Vargas. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want that lineage to come out of him. Like, you know what? Let me just be humble and keep that dog, keep him in the cage for as long as I can, because I don't want him to be out before the fight. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, man, main event. Fight of, well, I want to ask you guys this. Is it in the last 10 years, has there been a bigger fight as far as like lead up, anticipation? Before we all got on here, I mentioned Spence and Crawford and how that was going to be the fight of the decade. But outside of that, I mean, this is probably going to be bigger than that. It's on Netflix. It's not behind a paywall. You got Canelo. You got Crawford.
I think it's going to be bigger than the De La Hoya Mayweather. I think it's going to be bigger than the Pacquiao Mayweather. I think it's going to go back to the old days of Hearns Hagler, to the old days of Gotti and Ward.
Gotti and Ward.
And Ward. I think it's going to go back, to that era with these two. Because you got to think about it. I mean, in any other sport, you can bring your record, to the court. You can bring your record to the field, but you can be 100 and 0, and your opponent could be 0 and 100. But when you crawl between those ropes, is you 0 and 0.
Yep.
You
0 and 0 until that final bell rings and you walk out. And these two are dogs, and I got to throw it out there, and this is my prediction, and I know I'm getting ready to get ate up over it, but I'm gonna throw it out here anyway since I jumped on the mic first.
Hey, tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
I got a lot of trash that I got to put in the bag and take out tomorrow's trash day. I got Crawford. Like I was telling them earlier before we got on the air. People don't understand Crawford walks around probably at about 170, 172, somewhere in there when he's not training. He cuts down. People don't realize how much weight he cuts to fight at those lower weight classes. He's at a weight class now to where he's comfortable. So people think that Canelo is going to use his size and things to take Crawford into the later rounds. Crawford is from Nebraska.
Omaha, too. Omaha, Nebraska.
What else is in Nebraska? Your women in Nebraska drop transmissions without a come along. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing but country boys and country folks and what they call cock-strong folks in Nebraska. That's it. And Crawford is one of those guys. My prediction is Crawford is going to take Canelo into the later rounds and give Canelo what's never happened to him and what nobody will ever do after. between 8, 9, and 10, Crawford's going to stop Canelo.
Woo!
He's going to stop him. Watch what I tell you.
Damn.
Yeah.
Watch what I tell you.
Yo, put that on right now.
Put it on
RWB.
right now.
Damn.
Wait
That
till
is
you
bold.
wait till you hear my breakdown.
And
Wait till you hear my
told
breakdown.
Everybody, he's going to stop him in the later rounds. Pressure.
Oh,
Accusations.
Who's next? Who's next on this now? Who's next on the prediction?
Oh, shit.
Who's next?
Get in there, Tim. Get in there.
Go ahead. Let me hear you.
So, like we were talking earlier, and I said my boxing mind says Canelo. He's too big, and though everybody wants to say the brother's flat-footed, I think they're highly mistaken. He's known to get tired, so he chooses to fight the way he fights. But let's not forget he outboxed Danny Jacobs. He outboxed what's his name? The boy that beat Cotto.
Austin Trout.
Trout.
You know, now I'm not as impressed with the Austin Trout victory as I am with the Danny Jacobs victory, because we know Danny Jacobs is slick. We know his resume. Like, the brother's not, you can't just walk over him. And Canelo's in there. So he obviously has head movement. The point is he always got tired. So he's like, I don't need that. Plus, the way he was beating dudes, he didn't need it. It was obvious. He's just walking them down. So we can't overlook that. But like I said earlier, I'm a wrestling coach. I got that wrestling background. And we go up and down in weight, and we carry that strength and our athleticism with us. We're used to it. We know it. And that's something that Crawford has. So we can't overlook that. Hey, he might just go up and feel absolutely fine. And we'll know once he starts throwing punches. If he starts going, we're like, he didn't do it right. You know?
Right.
But for the most part, it's like I can't just look past him, because I'm like, hey, like, he just might take that power with him. So for me, it's a 50-50, but my boxing mind says Canelo.
Canelo brought heavyweights into his camp this time to train with. Why did he do that?
But he always does that.
So he can get used to getting hit by those cow carriers. I'm telling you, them corn huskers in Nebraska is gonna bring a different heat to Canelo.
Nuno, you got
Ruiz in his camp, and they were training together for a couple.
Yeah, Boots in his camp. Boots gave him a little Mickey Mouse under that eye. You saw that, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Now, why would he bring Boots? Why would he bring Boots in the camp? Wonder why.
Closest thing to it. Closest thing to Crawford.
Yeah, if you want to bring somebody in there that can mimic Crawford and what he does, who is better than Jaron Ennis?
Yeah.
Who is? It's the perfect sparring partner to have all camp. So big ups to Boots. Big ups to Canelo to have it.
Go ahead, Rick. Let me hear you, baby.
I'm up.
I'm dropping
Mexicano.
Yeah.
The Mexicano's up next, no doubt.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Y'all ready? Yeah, man. I mean, I'm totally unbiased. I usually am, because, you know, I've always been with, you know, Mexican fighters, and I stick with, you know, it's like you have to, in a sense. I literally said in the group messages, I've been talking about it a bunch. I'm so 50-50 on this fight, and I'm like game time decision on it, because it's a difficult one for me to call. I love both fighters. They both have very high attributes that are going to favor them to win. Everybody keeps talking about the power, the size, the pressure of what Canelo can bring. And then it's the IQ, it's the skill set, it's the speed, it's the southpaw, it's the footwork of Crawford that can separate him and take Canelo out of his game and really put a technical boxing clinic on him. And it's like, that's where I'm torn, because it's like, I think what really brings this fight to so much like interest and so much people are drawn to it is the fact that I think people are so impressed that Crawford's going up 2 weight classes and fighting a big Mexican puncher like Canelo Alvarez, who's fought as high as light heavyweight. So the man has taken crazy.
Oh man.
Damn. It's like he'll come back.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll be back.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh yeah, yeah, we got you. Oh, there you're
Damn.
nice and clear now too. Look at that.
He crispy
That's
now. He crispy.
crazy.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
you
go ahead.
good. We
Go
can
ahead,
hear you.
finish up.
We got you.
Damn, I was talking to.
That's all right. You can keep it
That's-
up.
I don't think he can hear us. He can't hear us.
I'm out. Damn, it's crazy.
Ah.
I'm out.
You can't hear us?
That's ass.
Yo, you can't hear us.
I'm out.
Ah, man.
Ah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna break it down my
Come
way.
on, bring it up.
All right. This fight, first of all, has all the ingredients of of old. Like we was talking back in the day, the fights are old. We got Crawford, who is technically moving up 3 weight classes.
Yeah.
He
Yep.
went to 154 pounds, one fight. Okay, he beat the top number 1 fighter and took this belt. But the thing that makes me have this favorite pick, and I'm gonna break this down. Canelo, although his resume is bar none, he probably has the best resume in boxing right now, without question. And he's been in there with a lot of bigger guys. This style of Crawford is the first style Canelo's facing where normally he sees these shots coming from bigger guys. He could brace himself from the Golovkin, the Kovalev, these guys are Caleb Smith and way bigger. And when you see these shots coming, you could brace yourself to take the shots, or you could absorb it, or you could slip it. Crawford is coming from a lower weight class, just as big as he is now, but he throws with rhythm, and he's slick enough. And this is going to be the first time, like I favor between 9 and 12, when the intensity starts pouring. Because one day about Crawford, when the intensity pours, Crawford gets stronger and stronger and stronger.
Yeah.
And he's faster. He's slicker. We don't know how hard he could punch at 160.
Yo, Rick, you got us?
I guess, yeah, it's just ass, man.
Yo,
That
yeah,
was-
just give your opinion real quick.
Oh, okay. Then I stopped mine.
My fault. I don't want to interrupt, man.
No,
Damn.
Go
ahead.
ahead, bro. Go.
Because I want to finish up what I'm gonna have to
Before
say. You
your
already
shit,
know.
before your shit.
Yeah, I know.
Go ahead.
Man, you was on such a flow.
Nah, man, damn. Nah, I was just really big on the fact that the thing is everybody's so concerned with like the weight of Crawford going up 2 weight classes and he's gonna be able to hold it. But Canelo has fought, as high as light heavyweight, so he's taking some big shots. So I don't see Crawford stopping Canelo, but I do see Crawford putting on a clinic, being that we've seen Canelo struggle with southpaws and we see Canelo struggle with high-skilled, high IQ boxers. But the only thing we do have to address is Crawford does get hit. We've seen him in the pocket get a little too excited because he's a dog and he wants to go in there and bang. But we've seen him get hit in the pocket before. He gets a little too comfortable there at times, and he's been caught. So if Canelo's able to be there and keep him in the pocket and counter Crawford, it could be some problems for Crawford. So that's why I'm so tossed up and I'm so 50-50 on this, because I'm like, shit, I want to see which way does it go. Does it go where Canelo gets outboxed and just schooled the whole fight? Or can Crawford deal with all the pressure that Canelo brings, all the power, cutting off the ring, working on the body? Like, is he going to be able to deal with all that? Or is Crawford that good and that strong with his wrestling base and his wrestling background? He's very strong. He's great. You know what I mean? I think he's one of my favorite fighters. I think he's probably one of the best, if not the best in the game. So I think what he's doing is great for boxing. It's great for him in his career, whether he wins or loses. But one more thing I want to address before I'm out and before I let Khalif go off, because I know he's ready to go crazy. I know Coach Leaf ready to go crazy because we already know what time he's on. But my biggest thing is what Crawford I think is doing so special that even your favorite Coach Leaf, the GOAT, Mayweather made him drain weight, and he had a rehydration clause, and he was getting him tested all crazy.
Right.
I haven't heard shit about Crawford. Crawford hasn't been saying anything about testing. There hasn't been shit on a rehydration clause. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong here, but I don't think there's a rehydration clause.
No, there's not.
So Canelo's gonna be able to blow up to wherever the fuck he wants to be at.
Yeah.
And even though Crawford is gonna be at a comfortable weight, he usually walks around. I'm used to the weight cuts like he does, so I've been 175, 180 pounds, dropping down to 147. So I know the weight cuts. So he doesn't have to do that, yes. And he's going to be more comfortable, yes, but it's just different fighting at higher weights. And there's weight classes for a reason. And I think it's something that it's exciting to see because Crawford's taking on a natural 168 pounder. He's not that. So I'm so excited to see what happens. It's the biggest fight in boxing that we have probably since Mayweather and Pacquiao, and I think it should be bigger than that.
Yeah, it's
but
gonna surpass that. Yeah.
yeah, it should be bigger than that. But we're gonna see, man. It's just dope to see two of the best in the game go at it, man. So I'm so hyped for this shit. I'm ready to see this shit.
So you
Lee,
going
before-
50, you going 50-50? My bad, Bar.
Well, I am 50-50 right now, but in all honesty, like, man, I think I'm favoring Canelo because it's like Mexican Independence weekend. He's the bigger fighter. You got to go and beat Canelo. Crawford can't just go in there and try to slide a decision and think he's going to get a decision. They're not going to give it to him.
No.
So if Crawford doesn't fight, if T-Boy doesn't fight the perfect fight and he hurts Canelo and we see Canelo like put on the ropes, like be bold there with him, I don't see a decision for Crawford. But you know, if Crawford does rock him and we see Canelo backing up and he's put on the ropes, that's probably the only way he gets a decision. I don't see him stop. If he stops him, holy shit, I'm gonna lose my shit. Nebraska, Cornhusker and all. I mean, I don't see him stopping Canelo, man. That Mexican chin, those Mexicans are different, man. So,
well, two things,
I don't
bro.
know.
The reason why you're leaning towards Canelo is because you want to be invited to the cookout.
Oh, absolutely. I want the carne asada. I want the carne asada.
Yeah, you want the carne asada. You want the burritos, enchiladas, you want Modelo's. You know what I'm saying? You know right now, if you pick a Wakandan over an Aztec warrior, you're going to be disowned. You're going to be unfollowed, blocked, and all that.
They're going to take your colors. They're going to take your colors.
Yeah, come on. We got cornbread.
They're going to take my tattoo off and all that.
Yeah. But as far as like the biggest fight since, you know, the fight, what fight did you mention? You said
Pacquiao,
Pacquiao Mayweather.
All right. So I'm as far as big, right? Are you talking about big amongst guys that actually know how to spell boxing? The guys that actually, you know, really watch the sport, that know who, you know, everybody outside of Tank and outside of Mayweather and outside of the big stars? Or do you mean big as in eyeballs, people that actually watch the fight?
I think what I mean by it's going to be the biggest fight. I think it's to the fact that it's going to be bigger and there's going to be more eyes watching this fight. I think it's obviously, I feel personally, since I'm a fighter and, you know, I love the sport of boxing. Do I think it's going to be legendary like that? I don't know. It depends how the fight goes. But as far as like viewers, eyes, who's going to be tuning in, everybody's going to see this shit. Everybody's going to see this shit. Being on Netflix, everybody knows Canelo. People do know Crawford enough. It's not like he's just some random guy.
No, Crawford's a household. He's a household name. Crawford is a household name. Ever since Spence, people know who Crawford is. But I think that it's really gonna, and Leaf, I'm gonna get right to you. Just let me say this.
Yeah.
I think that ever since, because you know that the biggest fight as far as eyeballs watching the fight is Jake Paul and Tyson. As far as eyeballs that watch the fight, it is Jake Paul and it is Tyson. I think it was like 125 million. 125 million
You got to remember
people watching the fight.
What platform? It's Netflix.
Netflix.
That was
yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's smart business decision.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why I asked the question, because to me, this fight is much bigger to me and to you and to, RWB, Tim, Rick,
Right.
like this fight is much bigger than that. But right after, not right after, but about a couple months after, you're going to have Jake Paul and Tank.
Yeah.
If you ask me, which one is going to get more eyeballs? I would say Tank and Jake Paul.
I know, that's crazy. That's crazy.
And
that's
I mean,
wild,
let's just
but
call
it's
a
the
spade
truth.
a spade. It's called hey, it's the truth though. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Well, I think they're gonna have. I think they're gonna have problems.
That's right.
I think they're gonna have problems getting the eyeballs on the Jake Paul Tank fight after this fight. I think this fight right here is going to be the mecca of 2025, just because they've already classified that Tank Paul fight as an exhibition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's not a sanctioned fight. They know that they're going in there. They know that there's a possibility there's not going to be a winner or a loser. It's an exhibition. How do you win and lose an exhibition?
Mm-hmm.
You can't.
But
This fight here is the mecca of the past. I would even go as far as say the past decade, because you have two at the top of their game. Now you can have, even back in the Mike Tyson days, when Mike Tyson became the youngest heavyweight champion of the world, and I'm going to throw it out there, and if he was sitting beside me, I'd still say it. He might punch me, but I'd still say it. He didn't fight anybody. Everybody he fought was past their prime.
You ain't lying.
Everybody he fought was past their prime.
Yes,
So yes, of course he came up. You see,
19-year-old dog.
Right. He didn't fight Evander Holyfield until later, because anytime Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield got in the ring, Holyfield was going to dog walk him every time.
That's what a phrase.
Those
if
are
you can't
facts.
beat him, eat him.
Exactly.
You can't beat him, eat him. That's right.
You can't beat him, eat him. Exactly. This is going to be the same way. You got two fighters at the top of their game. You got two fighters that are pound for pound in their respectful weight classes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they're facing each other. They're doing the old school way. You're number one, you're number two. We're going to see who's number one.
Yep, for all the belts too.
For
all the belts on the line.
Undisputed.
Boxing needs this. Boxing needs this. Boxing needs it.
I was gonna say RWB again. You keep saying this a throwback. I really this whole time I'm trying to think of one fight that rises to that, or one fighter. And to me, the last one to really carry that kind of energy on that kind of rise coming up in weight was Trinidad.
Yeah,
hands down.
Yeah,
Trinidad.
yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
give it to Terrence. He's on that time. He's with good boxing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would say Roberto Duran, but Duran had a couple fights in. Duran got a couple fights in before he got in there with Leonard. Like people, like I asked casuals, like people are not really casuals, but they know about Leonard and they know about Duran. And they're like, oh yeah, Duran jumped up and he went right in there with Leonard. I'm like, no, he didn't. No, he did not. Yeah, he got a couple fights in. He was kind of acclimated to that weight before he got in there with Leonard. You know what I'm saying? So then, like you said, like Crawford, like Rick said, like Crawford, he's coming up. I say he's coming up 3 weight classes because he only fought one time at 54.
54.
And we all seen that he kind of struggled with Madrimov a little bit. And now you're jumping up 2 more weight classes, and now you're going against one of the best 168 pounders we've ever seen. So when it comes to that, I mean, like what WB was saying is, I get it, and I understand completely about how it kind of takes the steam off of Jake Paul and Tank, but it takes the steam off for us because we watch everything, even the things that aren't on pay-per-view, even the things that aren't on Netflix, that isn't on Prime Amazon. we watch everything. So to us it is, but we
They're not
don't run
watching it.
boxing. We're
not
not the
watching it,
engine of
yeah.
boxing. What runs boxing is the casuals.
Yeah.
The casuals need to be willing to pay that $80 or that $90 that HBO and Showtime and Prime is going to, you have to entice them so that you get the return that you want, you know? And now that it's going to be free and not really behind any kind of paywall, I still think, even though, yes, this fight has all the belts on the line, 1 versus 2, a little guy coming up against the big guy, it has everything that hardcores love to see. But the casuals don't give a fuck.
Average viewers don't care.
I'm going to interject there and go against that. I'm gonna be devil's advocate, and I'm gonna bring it up. And even though in 2025 it shouldn't be a question, it shouldn't be, a thing to even, discuss. But what's going in the ring? What's going in the ring? And if you go back in history and look at all the fights that happened, where did the most views come from? White guy, black guy. White guy, black guy. America loves to see that for some reason. I don't know why.
Well, I think we know why. That. I think we know why, but
right, we do. But, you know what I'm saying? Even when, when Mayweather would fight, I don't care who. If he fought another black guy, then nobody watch. But the moment he fought De La Hoya, the moment he fought Arturo Gatti, a moment he fought Ricky Hatton, everybody,
Conor McGregor,
yeah,
everybody in the world tuned in because they wanted to see them whoop Mayweather.
Yeah,
and
damn,
I think that's going to be the reason why this is going to be a mega fight, because you have those attributes in place for them to be able to say, if Canelo wins, we're dominant. It shows.
The Mexicans.
I've said a couple times on this show that racism runs boxing. It is what it is. Tell the truth.
Yes.
It is.
Facts.
Facts.
Yeah. And that's why they always pair them up that way. And they've been waiting for this for so long, because it's been so long since we've had, those demographics to be able to put in front of America's face.
Yep.
And it's been so long.
And a major day that's Crawford's undefeated too.
Yeah.
They want that first loss.
Oh.
Yeah. Are y'all ready? Sure. Are y'all ready for my breakdown real quick?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Y'all ready for it?
Yes.
All right. So let's play before.
Man was dying.
I'm over here sweating. I'm over here sweating. I'm sweating Crisco. I'm sweating Crisco. Patient on. I'm just over here sweating. You see what's going on? No. Let me break this down.
Oh, shit.
Canelo has been in there with everyone. We know his resume is bar none, okay? This is the first time where, first of all, Crawford saying, I don't want no excuses. I'll fight you at your real weight class. You have all the belts. I'm the underdog. He's actually the villain. He's getting booed. I couldn't believe he was getting booed. I was shocked. But that put another chip on his shoulder. Y'all just seen what happened to Spence when y'all did that to him, right? So you got Crawford coming up with 0 losses. There's no way no one has found a way to beat Crawford yet. Canelo has 2 losses.
Ain't nobody boo Crawford when it was Spence. Why are you over here lying?
No, I'm talking about.
They were booing him now.
Yeah, I'm talking about. You see what's going on? You see what's going on? Valley Savage. You know what I'm saying? He always doing it.
Not one person booed Crawford and when he was going against Spence. Not one.
I didn't say that against Spence. I'm talking about now. They booed him now when he walked in. They were booing him like he was the
they were booing him now.
Yeah, they're hating him now.
So there's 4 ways to beat Canelo. Laura could have beat Canelo. That's 1 loss.
He did.
The Golovkin one. That's another loss that could have been a way of Canelo losing. And we know Floyd beat him, and we know Bivol beat him, right? So technically, there's 4 ways to beat him. But what I see and how this fight plays out, you got Crawford, who is probably one of the best, has the best instincts in boxing, one of the best that can adapt on the fly, and is faster. He gets better angles. Canelo's not the best at cutting the ring off. He's not. We know that because look what happened at Skull. Canelo basically was just chasing him and then stopping because he couldn't even cut the ring off to catch him. Now, you got Crawford who can punch. We don't know how hard he can punch yet. And can switch. And it's the punches you don't see that hurt you. Now, we used to Canelo absorbing a lot of shots, seeing these big guys loading up, Canelo bracing the shots. Crawford could be right in front of you, and he throws straight shots down the middle where Canelo don't see. And now I see these are the shots that's going to start taking a toll on Canelo once the intensity starts rising. And like I said, by between 9 and 12, once the fight starts going, if Crawford could take Canelo's power and Crawford starts becoming that incredible hawk, what he did to Thomas DeMorhe, when he did to Sean Porter, when he started bringing that heat, that extra heat on Canelo, can Canelo stand the intensity where Crawford goes? If he cannot stand with that intensity, where Crawford's letting his hands go, hitting him with shots he's not seeing, going to his body, fading him, coming in and out. If Canelo starts fading and Crawford starts opposing his will on Canelo, between 9 and 12, I see Crawford hurting him and probably stopping him. Yes. It's going to be out of nowhere because it's gonna be out of nowhere because Canelo has never faced a guy that is saying, I'm coming to get yours and I'm taking yours. Crawford,
and he's calm.
Yes, and he's got a chip behind his shoulder. He know everybody think he gonna lose this fight. He know everybody think he crazy to fight.
So hold on. So nobody came in there with that energy. So you're saying Triple G didn't come in there with that energy?
No, I'm not saying that. Triple G, you can see Golovkin's punching from a mile away.
Yeah, but came in there with the energy like I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna get you up out of here.
Well, you gotta remember, Canelo was the one coming up to fight Golovkin. Golovkin wasn't the one coming up Canelo.
Exactly. Canelo was going up to 160.
That's a different wrinkle. Crawford is coming for Canelo. It's a whole different wrinkle.
That Golovkin was putting that heavy on him, and that brother's neck was
he rolling with him.
Shook it off like it was nothing.
Right. Because he was seeing it. He was seeing it.
And you know how big how big of a puncher Golovkin is.
Yeah, and if you see the shot, you brace for the shot. Look at Kell Brook and Crawford. Kell Brook was in there doing this and this. Boom! The fight was over. The fight was over when Crawford hit him
there's a lot of punches that Golovkin landed on Canelo that he did not roll with, and it landed square on the chin.
We also see Canelo on his bike in the first fight, correct?
Oh shit! Oh shit! Robert,
tell the truth. I ain't got no fucking hat, but.
Tell the truth. I don't
get.
Oh shit! He's Mexican today.
Yo, it's Pride Month. It's Pride Month, y'all.
Hey, listen. I know we never seen Canelo hurt. Shit. We never seen Canelo really rattled or hurt against Cotto's older brother. We never really seen Golovkin even hurt him. But like I said, it's the punches he's seen ahead of time. Yeah, he didn't see every Golovkin shot, but Golovkin ain't faster than Crawford, and he's not slick enough to shoot straight down the middle.
You know who surprisingly did catch him, but he was so stupid he looked cover? Berlanga. Berlanga threw that uppercut like that little shovel hook, caught him flush, and he actually rocked him because you saw Canelo kind of that slow, like,
right.
And that, but Berlanga was not even looking
trying to get him out of there. Trying to get him out of there either.
Yeah,
Crawford got the dog.
Like
he wants to hurt Canelo. He don't want to just beat Canelo. He wants to beat Canelo. He wants to stop that. I don't think he's looking to stop him, but I think that the timing, the speed.
But if he's got the opportunity, we know he's going to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's gonna.
He's a perfect fighter. Perfect chemistry.
Crawford's one of the best finishers in the game, so it's like it only makes sense that if Crawford smells blood in the water. He gonna get that finish. But I just think it's gonna be so much for him to get that
It is.
to make that happen.
He need his feet, bro. He need them Shakur feet. I'm telling you, bro. He need them Shakur feet, bro.
He's a track star. He's
He need to hit all the angles and move. Don't stand toe to toe with him because now he getting clipped.
Yeah, early.
That's what I said earlier. That's what I said earlier.
If he gets
Crawford's been caught in the pocket.
Yes.
Berto, what else you got, bro? Unless Leaf, are you done? Or you
Yeah,
want something else?
I'm favoring Crawford for the win, but I said I will not be surprised between 9 and 12. I'm predicting a stoppage. I predict he either gets overwhelmed and they stop the fight, or he goes out on his back. He gets hurt with a shot that he don't see coming down the middle because his shot Crawford throws perfect shots down the middle.
Yo, Bivol didn't knock him out. What makes you think he's knocking
That's
him
what I
out?
said. That's what I said earlier.
Hey, they're
That's
two different fighters.
I said earlier.
We had his phone call earlier.
Light heavyweights. He fought light heavyweights.
Yo, we had his phone call earlier, bro. We talking
fighters.
shit, and you know this.
Crawford didn't even hurt Madrimov.
Don't mean that
Wait.
they're heavy hitters.
Stop it already, Rick. Madrimov.
Crawford did not hurt Madrimov.
No, he didn't.
Madrimov's style was hell. I mean, he decorated amateur. His style, that up and down, that hand, up and down, this and that was hard.
I'm just saying.
It was hard. It was hard. It was hard to time him. It was hard.
Awkward.
Mexican style. That's the actual Mexican style. Think Orlando.
Who Madrimov? Madrimov has a Mexican. Yeah.
That buff weave. Yeah.
It was the style that gave Crawford a harder time than actual Madrimov.
Go ahead, Berto.
I don't know, man.
I'm good. I pretty much. I just had.
Who you going
for clear?
Let me hear your prediction.
He has the sombrero. You already know what time it is.
I know sombrero, bro, but you know I'm going Mexican. In all reality, I want Crawford to win it, bro. It'll be dope to see him win it, but I don't think he's gonna win.
Absolutely. It'd be so dope for him.
I want him to win it.
He definitely gets it and retires. You know what I'm saying? Like he ride up to the sunset. Perfect. You beat the best fighter in boxing, but I just don't. I don't know. It's like I do, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see him winning. Like it's not like I'm not doubting him. I'm not just saying, oh, Canelo's just gonna dog him and just walk him down and just beat Crawford. Like no, like Crawford gonna give him a fight. It's gonna be a fucking fight. But
Crawford got to move because he's gonna be walking Crawford down the whole time.
Everybody's saying this fight is 50-50 though. You gotta remember, why is everyone saying this fight is 50-50? When Crawford's going to 3 weight classes. Think about this. Y'all saying everybody's saying
that's how special he is. That's how special he is.
That's how special. We don't know how special he is. Because when he did the Spence, nobody predicted. I was the only one in the world that said Crawford gonna stop him. Everyone thought it was crazy.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that
4 years before he was even at welterweight. That he'll stop Sean Porter and there's videos. He'll stop Sean Porter first, and he'll stop.
No, you did say Spence. You did say it. Yeah. I remember.
You know what I mean? I was flipping pies back in those days. You know what
I'm saying? my man was at Domino's flipping the pies.
Crawford.
The bookies don't really have a 50-50. It's Canelo is a -180 and Crawford is a +140. So it's close.
It's close.
It is close, but it's not like the 50-50. You know what I mean? Right. It's not because I've seen plenty of fights where it was minus money for both fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like that's 50-50. Like the bookies think that's 50-50, or it's plus money. Well, I never seen plus money for both fighters, but I've seen minus money for both fighters.
Right.
And then that being close. And the Crawford versus Spence was a lot closer than -180 to +140. And if I'm remembering correctly, Crawford went into the fight with Spence as the favorite. Spence was the underdog on the night of the fight.
Right.
Yeah.
And that was because of his accident. And I think that's when the tides turn, is him coming in after the accident. If he hadn't had that accident and came in, I clearly think Spence would have been the favorite, but I still think the outcome would have been the same.
Exactly.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. He outclassed him that night.
You gotta remember, Spence beat Danny Garcia. After that, Ugas. He beat a couple of fighters
I
before he
know.
fought Crawford.
He beat some big names. He beat some
Yeah.
big names.
Yeah, Porter. He beat Porter too.
Yes,
And
he
Porter.
Yep.
And he was in the phone booth with Porter.
Yeah, he was in a dogfight with Porter.
Yeah, and look what Crawford did to him. Yo, listen, the switch. Thomas DeMorhe, his corner said, "Go get him." Crawford went and just knocked him out. Same thing with Sean Porter. Oh, I'm losing. That same round stopped him. That round.
Yep.
Crawford
That's why I love this fight. That's why I love this
Yeah,
fight.
but look, how heavy you think Canelo's gonna be that night? He's gonna be close to 200, bro.
He'd be 200 with a Diet Coke.
Yeah.
With a Diet
And meanwhile, Crawford is a natural 180. That's what I'm trying to get at, bro. It's gonna be weight, power, all that shit's gonna play in effect, bro. It's gonna be hard for Crawford, bro.
More weight gonna make you tired too, down. It's gonna make you fade.
Nah, that motherfucker, he'll last the whole 12 rounds, bro. Watch.
So that's another thing. Let's see how he fights like Crawford going up.
Hey,
Let's see how he fights at that weight going up. You know what I'm saying?
Mark my words.
It's different.
Round, it might be a draw, bro.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know. It might be.
That's whack if it's a draw.
Yeah,
it could be.
Just for money, bro.
Until you've thrown a calf over your shoulders and walked half a mile with him, you don't know what country strength is. And that's what I'm trying to get at. Nobody knows that country side of Crawford.
That's true.
No, I know the rest.
side.
I know the wrestling ability in him. I know the wrestling ability. I've grappled with people like that. Like, yeah, they're built different. They grab. They have different strength. You know what I mean? I know what you're talking
was
about.
shot in the back of the head and drove himself to the hospital. That's what I'm talking. Like, that's the kind of guy he is. He was shot. He got a bullet in the back of his head and then drove himself to the hospital, bro.
You know how calm you have to be to know you got shot in your head and you're just driving. I'm just gonna drive myself to the hospital. Yeah.
To stay
that's
focused
a
enough.
different type of
That's
dog.
a different type of person, right? Yeah.
Different guy.
Different.
Different
But
guy.
I'll give mine. I think that
Yeah, we gotta hear it. We gotta hear the Savage.
Originally, I thought like I was on, what half of what Rick said, that there's weight classes for a reason, and him coming up 3 weight classes, right? I think it's 3 because he only had one fight at 54, and then seeing the performance with Madrimov, I'm like, well, shit. If he's struggling with Madrimov, then how the hell is he gonna beat the one of the best 168 pounders we ever seen, especially on Mexican Independence Day? How the hell is he gonna do that, right? Then I seen Crawford stand face to face with Canelo, and I'm like, oh shit.
Same height.
Crawford is bigger than I thought he was. And then you had those pictures coming out where he got the 12 pack flowing, and it's like, I'm like, damn. But he also hasn't been in a ring for a long, long time. It's been a minute since Crawford's been in a ring. The last time he's been in a ring was Madrimov. And I think how many fights has Madrimov had since then? I think it was only one, right?
One.
He fought Virgil. Yeah, he fought Virgil.
Was that Virgil? Is after the Crawford?
Yeah, he was gonna have another fight, but then he got that injury.
Yeah, that's right.
He got that injury, and then he went into the Ortiz fight. But Canelo, like Leaf was saying, Canelo has one of the best resumes, counting the losses. Who has a resume like Canelo? Very few, very far in between.
Not anyone in boxing. Not anyone in boxing right now.
Not anybody currently. Not anybody.
Yeah, right.
Even his resume is way better than Crawford's. If we're being honest about it.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
It's stack.
Yes.
Ray Charles can tell you that.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So when we take that into account, right? Canelo has fought since Crawford had his last fight. Canelo has fought William Skull. He's fought Berlanga. He's fought the other guy that's on the carne asada. My man's Jaime Munguia.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
and at the end of Jamil Charlo, I think it was.
And Charlo.
And Charlo.
Yeah, and Charlo.
So he's going in there. Charlo, Munguia, Berlanga, William Skull.
That's enough tune-ups. That's enough tune-ups right there, bro.
On top,
that's enough tune-ups, bro. We can be
on top of that, you have a guy that's coming up 3 weight classes, right? To come and try to take your belts on your holiday, right?
Yep.
You got the crowd on your side. You have the weight on your side. You have the resume and experience on your side. Even though Crawford is older, Canelo has much more experience. Much more.
What? More wars too.
Yes, he has more wars. He has more camps. You know what I'm saying? Because
we're seeing a lot of downside.
Fights, but
he's
then
not the fresher. He's not the fresher fighter.
We're seeing a lot of downside. We're seeing a lot of downside.
He is not the fresher. Yeah, he has more wear and tear on him. Yes, I definitely agree. But at the end of the day, he is going into the ring in an environment where he will be more comfortable at a weight that he is more comfortable. And I disagree with Leaf when it comes to he hasn't been. What were you saying, Leaf, about him taking Crawford's power?
Well, what about it? Well, he has it. Canelo took everybody's power, but it's timing.
Yeah, that's timing in the shots that he doesn't see.
Timing of Crawford that he don't see. It's the shots he's normally braced for, but it's the shots that Crawford throws down the middle that Kell Brook didn't see that made him go across the ring, and he was done. So Canelo can get hit with a shot that he don't see from Crawford. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that Canelo has been hit by guys flush on the chin that would have put an elephant down. An elephant would have gone down. I go back to Triple G.
Yep.
Canelo has a chin of granite. There is not if Crawford can't stop Madrimov, he cannot stop Canelo.
Stop it already, Valley. Y'all hear this stuff? Y'all hear this stuff?
We've been trying to tell you though, bro.
He cannot.
If he y'all heard this. If he dies, he dies. You heard that, right?
Yeah.
If he dies, he dies, right?
Ivan Drago had us.
Right.
Yeah, I heard that in a movie once. This is real life.
Yeah. He is a man.
Yeah.
And any man can get hurt. I don't care how strong you are.
Any man can get it.
What I'm telling you is that Canelo is also a man. Yeah. Bivol is also a man. An extremely talented fighter. Extremely skilled, extremely smart, long, big pause.
Yeah, pause.
Mm-hmm.
But
hey, yo.
let me hit that twice. Hey,
yo.
But,
hey, yo.
And those guys didn't stop Canelo. They didn't.
Yeah.
But what I say that to say this. I say that because I believe that Crawford is going to win, and I don't want nobody to take no credit from him. No one. I want you to know exactly who Crawford is getting in the ring with. I want you to give him all his credit. I don't want you to say that Canelo's old. I don't want you to say that Canelo's slow. I don't want you to say that he always fades. I don't want you to say that. I don't want you to say only thing I want you to do when Crawford wins this fight is that Crawford is the best boxer I have ever seen.
Yes.
Give the man his flowers.
Give him his credit because he is the more skilled fighter. And I'm also with Berto on this. Like, if Crawford decides to stand in the pocket, if he's in the kitchen with Canelo, if he's in that phone booth, you're going to lose. Canelo's going to stop him. If he decides to go blow for blow with Canelo Alvarez, you coming up 3 weight classes, because I don't care. I don't give a damn, bro. Crawford is not hitting harder than anybody that Canelo has been in the ring with. He's not. I'm sorry. I don't care what nobody says. Whatever Crawford's best shot, Canelo has felt 1,000 times, and he's walked forward. He walked forward. He didn't back up. He walked forward. Most of the times, he got the guy up out of there. So I'm not in the camp of him stopping Crawford, but I do think that if he uses his feet, like Berto said, he boxes, he uses his brain. He has to use that whole entire ring, and his conditioning better be up to par because you're going to have to move. If you stand in there with Canelo, go ahead.
Regardless, we're going to run this back on the 14th, right?
Yeah, we can run this back.
We can run it right away.
We're going to run this back on the 14th because whichever way this goes, I'll be the first one to sit here and hold my head up high and take all the ridicule that you all can throw at me by saying, look, you were wrong. He couldn't stand in there toe to toe with Canelo. He couldn't get in the phone booth with Canelo. He couldn't handle Canelo's power. But 8 and 9, when he drops Canelo between 8 and 9, I want that same respect.
Yes, he's bold with it. He's bold with it.
All right.
I salute you on that one.
I want that same respect when we run it back.
Absolutely.
All right?
Absolutely.
Because this is what I'm here to tell you. And I didn't mean to cut you off, but
no, it's all good.
Did you all, because now I done got excited. Did you all watch the face off? Did you all watch the face off? You in the military. Yeah. You in the military. Now let me ask you this question. Who are you more afraid of? Somebody staring at you, talking to you, and blinking, or somebody staring and talking to you, and their eyes don't blink for 5 minutes?
The guy that don't blink.
Don't blink.
Crawford
trying to
did
intimidate
not
the shit out of
blink
you.
the whole time they were standing there during the face-off. Go back and watch it. And he was telling him the whole time, I'm taking your belts. I'm taking your belts.
Comfortable. You know, they'll put hands and feet all over you.
Listen, there isn't a single man alive. There isn't a single man alive that Canelo Alvarez is afraid of. Not a single man.
And I think Canelo prepared properly for this too. Even going in there getting hands and feet by Boots.
Hands and feet on him.
You
see the mouse?
He getting into
hands and feet.
Yeah, man.
Boots put hands and feet all over.
We see the mouse. Tom and Jerry style. Tom and Jerry style, baby.
Fucked him up, bro. Boots fucked him up.
Nah, but
a scared man is hard to beat.
And an undefeated man on top of that.
Canelo is not afraid. That's why he's not going to be hard to beat.
I think that have you guys watched the Netflix I forget what it's called on Netflix. It's not all access.
Yeah, the special, whatever. Netflix Countdown.
Yes, Countdown. Yes. Bro, Canelo he is not taking Crawford lightly. If y'all saw what I saw, Canelo is taking Crawford as serious as anybody he's ever. He knows. He's actually said he knows what's going to happen and what people are going to say if he loses to a man coming up 3 weight classes.
Yeah.
He knows exactly what's going to happen. And he's going to go in there with the same. And I think that Crawford is going there with the same. That's why this fight is so intriguing, because, you know, both guys are going in like, I have to win this fight.
Right.
I can't lose this fight. I have to win.
There's no thought of it.
And Canelo honestly has more heat. That's his division. He never lost at 168. Never.
Nah.
Crawford don't have nothing to lose.
Canelo don't even care though. I'll be honest. He doesn't have that. I don't know what's crazy about him. Like, I think his mentality of the way he is, but that pressure don't hit him like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Canelo's a guy that just handles business and he just loves to fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so does Crawford though. So that's why I love this shit, because these are just fighters that want to fight. And that's what boxing needs, because boxing has been, motherfuckers are getting paid and they're fucking running around. They're not wanting to fight all of a sudden because Turkey was paying these motherfuckers, and now everybody thinks they can just, you know, smooth and finesse and try to win decisions and shit. Nah, these dudes are dogs. These dudes are coming to fight. They're born fighters, and it's just great for boxing. And I can't wait to tune in to see what these dudes, this boxing, execute on a high level.
You see, Fernando Vargas Jr. is fighting on there, that?
Yeah, we were talking about that in the beginning.
That's dope.
Oh, hell yeah.
And these two guys too, and most of the time if a champion is going into a fight and he'll tell you, I have nothing to get up for. They get up to fight me. I'm at the top. What do I have to motivate me to get up for this fight? These two guys, they're both at the top.
Yeah.
They both have something to get up for. They both have something to stand up for. Canelo has more to stand up for than Crawford, because, like you said, it is the holiday. It is his weight class. You know, he has for many years now been the face of boxing.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's like what we said with the racism, like it's Mexican Independence Day, and you know everybody down in Tijuana and Guadalajara are like, boy, you better win this fight.
If you're Hispanic, you're pulling for Canelo. I don't care where you are. I don't care who you are. You're pulling for Canelo. And the pressure's on him because he is fighting for every other nationality except the African American that's out there Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I agree.
And Crawford is out to dismantle that.
Yeah,
he thrives off that.
Yes,
It definitely does. Definitely does.
Yeah.
the
ahead,
one
Tim.
thing about them is like, and I think a lot of other fighters, they underestimated this. A lot of the guys Canelo's fought, like that's a guy, and this is something everybody who trains with him, who been around him, they're like, yo, the guy is truly like that guy. Like the way he talks and behaves, he's that guy in the gym. And
Mm-hmm.
he's like, yo, he's looking at you if you're training with him, and he's like, why is it 6 minutes? Why are you 6 minutes late?
Right.
We should have been halfway, you know, a half a mile away already. And instead I'm waiting for you. And he's like the guy loves it. They're like, yo, he loves, like what you were saying, Rick, forget about win and lose. He just loves fighting. He's like, all right, on to the next. You know, like,
and that's why Canelo said too, you Crawford, you just a regular. You regular just like everybody else. He doesn't see, I mean, when they had the first press conference, he was talking to Crawford as if you just a regular fighter. Mm-hmm. And Crawford look at him like, no, I'm him. Like, and you're gonna realize who I am. And I think that's the ingredients people are not really looking at.
Yeah.
Crawford is coming to make a statement.
On the same
level. He ain't just coming to win this fight. But Canelo, this is his forte. This is what he loves. Yeah. So he's going to have to face someone that is just as much gritty as him, that wants it just as much as him. And that's the thing. Canelo, listen, this is Canelo Alvarez, man. If this was anybody else, we wouldn't even be doing this right now.
You're right.
No.
You're right.
Because Canelo could fight. We know he could punch. We know he got a chin. And that's why I said, like, but it's so much of the different wrinkles that Crawford brings that I see, that I just say that separates him from everyone else.
But I wanted to ask you, so Bivol talked about it. They said, what was the biggest thing that you weren't ready for? And first thing he said was his head movement. He goes, it surprised me because it's not flashy. He goes, it's subtle.
Yes.
And he goes, and you think Canelo's there, and then when you go to touch him, not there, and he makes you pay. And he goes, every hit. He goes, not talking about one punch power. He goes, every hit he hits.
Hit is hard, yeah.
He hits hard, without question.
Canelo
he hits hard.
Canelo also has to be planted to land those bombs.
Yeah, he's flat-footed as hell, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he's flat-footed, but he also has to plant his feet to let those bombs. You don't see Canelo moving and throwing off a shot off the movement. He doesn't do that. Crawford does do that, though.
Yeah.
If Canelo's moving him, he's moving. Crawford could throw a bomb straight off of an angle. Mm-hmm. And it's the shots you don't see that hurt you. And I just don't see how people don't see Crawford can hurt Canelo in this fight.
Yeah.
Hurt him in this fight.
I don't see no hurting, bro.
It's the punches you don't see. Accusations that you're like, go ahead, Valley Side, press that button.
Accusations. False accusations.
There's no way that Crawford hits harder than Triple G in his prime. There's no fucking way.
Hell no.
There's no way.
All right, so
no.
So let me say this. We see guys that got punched like Triple G, right? But then he goes in there with certain fighters, he couldn't knock them out, right? Mm-hmm. He has all this power, but it was because they see the shots. When you don't see the shots, that hurts you. Crawford got slick enough power, slick enough speed.
I encourage you to go watch Triple G and Canelo 1 and see how many times Triple G hit that man.
I watched that. You know how many times I watched that fight? You're talking to me.
Khalil,
He,
watch
he-
all
so then you
day
know.
long.
So then you know. Stop lying. All right. And so
Quit
you
lying to the
know.
people. Quit lying
Stop
to the
lying.
people.
yeah.
This is tell the truth.
Yo,
You've seen Triple G. Hold on. You've seen Triple G hit that man with things that he did not see coming at all, and he walked forward.
Like nothing.
Prime Triple G.
bro.
There is no man that Triple G got in the ring with in his prime that he hit clean like that, and they kept walking forward. Then he got him out of there with them punches.
And not just Triple G though, Savage. Remember, what's his face from Texas? Why you laughing?
Who?
He
You laughing at
throw the
Birdo.
cat. He throw the cat. He throw the cat.
This
He's
dude from
flipping it back out. What he got on his head? What is? Oh, he got put his hat on. Okay.
He's
Yo,
cat.
RWB, we need to talk about that jersey and hat too after the show, champ. So don't go
Oh
nowhere.
yes. Oh yes.
You got
Oh, shit.
Suspect.
he fought Kovalev.
Yeah.
Took
Oh
shot.
yeah.
Right.
Kovalev was a dog.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he beat the shit out of him.
Kovalev was on the end of his career, man. Stop it already.
No.
Dog. Stop it.
No, he had a body though. He had a body though.
Yeah. Stop it.
You know,
Come on, man.
he was off that Smirnoff when he was going to win
Yeah,
another
he
contender.
Yeah. Smeared off ice.
That's another thing we got to remember. Crawford got no bad habits. He don't smoke and he don't drink. We know Canelo back in the day was doing that a lot.
Man, we saw. Man, why are you lying? Like,
Yo.
you lying? Why you always
Bro.
lying?
don't act like you ain't seen Crawford in there shaking his ass in the VIP with Boosie. You saw him in there.
No liquor.
He was twerking in the club
No liquor.
with Boosie
No
badass.
smoke.
Stop it.
He doesn't do it.
Cap.
Yeah.
Right.
He doesn't joke. Yo, he does not smoke or drink.
God,
does
Cap
not
all
smoke or
day
drink.
long.
He don't.
He does not smoke or drink. I have to
don't.
agree with Leaf on that.
Yeah,
It's
he
not
don't.
even fall yet, and I have to agree with Leaf.
Yes.
He does not smoke or drink.
Oh, that was a bar. I like that.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah.
That leaf is kept done.
Yeah. They try to call me
Yeah,
Cap.
he definitely is
They call me
Capadonna
Capawation.
Oh, God.
Sir Cap a lot.
Hey man.
Yes,
Yeah, I got any
There you go.
any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Stoppage. Do not
Okay.
be surprised if it's a stoppage. Yo,
Don't be
I swear,
surprised if it's- don't be surprised
Berto gonna
if
be
it's
at
a
my
draw.
house.
Don't be
Berto gonna
surprised
be
if it's a draw.
Berto, Valley
I'll come
Savage.
with
You can come over. You can come over
We
too, Valley
going.
Savage.
Yeah,
if
that's
you're
what
gonna
I'm
be
gonna
around.
ask you. Yo, Javar, you going over there?
I'll be there.
Yeah,
I bet.
absolutely.
Oh
Yo,
shit.
yeah.
Let's go.
Valley Savage is with me when we Spencer Crawford fought, man.
Okay. All right. Well, I plan on going live Saturday before the fight to talk about it. I tried to get my credentials from Netflix to be able to stream the fight and broadcast it live, but they haven't come in yet. I hadn't got an email back on them yet. I'm
Yeah,
waiting
champ,
on
don't
it.
hold your breath on that.
Yeah, I know it. It's gonna be tough. I've been
It's
out
gonna be
for
hard.
about 2 months now. But if not, I still want to come on and talk about, you know, the pre-card, the undercard, and the pre-fight ordeal going on, and reiterate again in case somebody didn't hear me during this broadcast, in case somebody, you know, that's out there listening in fan land didn't get, you know, the prediction of, you know, 9-10, you know.
Yeah.
Canelo his new name will not be Alvarez, it will be Canvasback for sure.
Hey,
Canelo Canvasback.
Let's get some people going.
Huh?
What about you, Tim? You got any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Oh, man.
I don't know, man. It's you know, I'm still 50-50. 50-50. It could go either way. But
sir.
like I said, my boxing one says Canelo should be the one. Kind of like you said, Savage. I don't see him hurting him. So if he can't hurt him, we know Canelo's just gonna walk right through him.
Yep.
He's gonna come hunting, and that, you know. But then who knows? Maybe he might get a little overzealous, and like you said, Lee, get caught with one of them check hooks or something.
No.
You
And
know,
that's the same for Crawford.
Yeah,
He could
Crawford could
actually
get caught.
going going for the kill and get caught himself.
True.
That's also a way that can happen. So
Crawford has never been hit by a natural 168 pounder.
Yeah.
True.
Never.
True.
Never.
been
But
clipped.
Canelo has been hit by 2 light heavyweights.
Yeah.
So RWB, you got any final thoughts before you get out of here?
That's it. I thank you all once again, for having me on the show. It's been great. It's been fun. It's been real. Hopefully we can come back and do it again. But
absolutely.
I think I'm gonna get me a shirt made for Saturday and go ahead and
Let's
have
go.
it ready for Sunday. Just call me Canvasback.
Oh man!
So I'm gonna put on there. And don't take me wrong. I love Canelo. Canelo is one of my favorite fighters. He's been the face of boxing for a long time. He really has. And I take my hat off to him. And it's gonna be hard for Crawford to beat him. And I'm not gonna say that Canelo cannot stop him, because he can. But if it goes into the later rounds, just like Leaf said, Crawford gets stronger as the fight goes. He builds, he intensifies, and once he knows that he can walk through your power, you're in trouble. And if Canelo does not stop him in the early rounds,
Ay, papa!
good night, sweetheart. It's time to go. Yeah, night.
Berto, any final thoughts, Berto?
I
It's
want
coming.
Crawford to win, like I
coming.
told you, but I see the Mexican winning it. Yeah.
Rick?
Yo, man, it's been real. It's been dope to get back on again, man. It's man, it's been a minute, man. So it was dope to get up on here, chop it up, talk boxing with what we all love here. Man, it was dope. But on some real, I'm still, man, I'm 50-50. I'm favoring Canelo for the weekend and what it is, you know what I'm saying? Mexican Independence weekend. It's a hard time for him to be losing right now. But I love Crawford, his boxing ability, his IQ. I favor him as a southpaw, being able to time Canelo, really being able to be slick and use his angles.
Go with your roots. Go with
¡Viva México, cabrones! Yo, you're how Berto more Mexican to be right now?
Yeah, Puerto Rican turned Mexican. Fuck.
Yeah. Our favorite Canelo, obviously being Mexican, but man, Crawford's so good, man. It's he's a special talent. Mad respect for what he's doing in his career and for the sport of boxing. Just 2 elite boxers doing it, man. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's going down Saturday. Let's get it.
Yo, Rick, in future shows, bro, where you are right now, remember that, because since you've been in that spot, it's been
all right, cool.
Perfect.
Yeah,
You
my
know what
shit
I'm
is
saying?
fucking glared central, bro. The lights.
But yeah, man, that's Tim Ramos, RWB, Coach Leaf, numero uno, Burt McGirt. I'm the Valley Savage. This is Tell the Truth. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
Peace.